and you're welcome to Awareness Journey Coaching Group. Okay, and this month, you know what we're talking about. We are breaking the chains of manipulation in this month of September. Last week, we identified what manipulation looks like, how you can see manipulations, what it looks like, what are the tactics and all that. Now this week we are going to be addressing recognizing the signs. Yes, recognizing the signs of manipulation. So last week we talked about identifying who manipulators are, what are their tactics and all that. Now this time we are going real deep into it. And I will let you know something. Yeah, when I was researching this topic, I realized that God, the reason why a lot of people, right, have low self-esteem or even negative self-constructs is because they've been manipulated too many times. Yes, even from childhood, a lot of people, including myself, have been manipulated too many times, and it has affected a lot of people's mental health. And because of that, we are constantly walking on eggshells around people. We are constantly wondering what people will think about us, afraid or have fears of being accepted by people and all that. And that is because we have been manipulated too many times. Now today I am going to be telling you one of the signs, in fact one major strategy, let me put it that way, one major strategy that manipulators use. So before I go in deep into this topic, I want you to know the anatomy. There's something we call the anatomy of a manipulator. Okay, the anatomy of a manipulator. See, manipulators are like one of the nicest people you ever meet. In fact, you will be like, they are too good to be true. If you are meeting them for the first few or couple of months, they can come in any gender. In fact, when you meet that guy, that they are, in the last class I was telling you that they bomb you with love. You'll be like, God, this person is so loving. In fact, they are the most lovable. Yeah, I can tell you that. In fact, that's one of the things that even give them off. Like they can people please. God, you will see them like this. They are there, they will love bomb you. They're always there. They are just amazing people, right? Now, the good thing is, the good thing is everybody, there are some people that are very good. Like me now, I'm not a manipulator, please. But I'm a very good person, but I will do some things that will, of course I can offend you. So please don't think that, oh, manipulators cannot, I can offend you. Good people can offend you. But what I'm saying is, one of the tactics is the fact that they are the most likable person. They are very jovial. They are very nice. But when you now know them deep inside, God, they can manipulate you. They can try to influence you in such a way that it will affect your mental health. Okay, so I'm going to share something with you, the anatomy of a manipulator. Okay, so I'll share it with you. I think I'll make it a video, right? Just like a post, right? And then you will see you can see how they are, right? But now today, one of the strategies that these people use is what I call DARVO. Okay, DARVO. That is DARVO. DARVO. Now, D stands for, it's an abbreviation. If you don't know, it's an abbreviation. Now, D stands for denial. Denial. You see, what these manipulators do is that they deny it. They deny what they are doing to you. They will tell you, no, that's not what they are doing. You are in your head. No, you think the world is against you. Oh, no. You are just overthinking it. They make you doubt your own self. They make you doubt your actions. Like, is this not just what I saw? Or in fact, they even make it look as if, no, They will make it look as if no, you are the one lying. Okay, so they deny their actions. I want you to know that. Okay, so when they start denying their actions, the first thing it will start making you self-doubt yourself. Like you will start doubting yourself or what you saw or what they did. Okay, you start doubting. The next thing they do is that they attack. Yes, they attack you. Once they know that, oh, you caught them and they have denied, the next thing is they come and attack you and they become very aggressive. They want to argue with you. They will argue with you that what you saw is not what you saw, or that whatever you think is not what you're thinking. So they they attack you and become very aggressive. And before you know it, people will start looking at you like, oh, you are the bad person here, because even you at the point you start thinking, Abi, am I the bad person here for ever even thinking that this person is doing this thing I thought they are doing? You are not overthinking it. Yes, you're not. It is what it is. They are using that strategy on you. They deny first and then they attack you. They become very aggressive. Like, is it because I'm here? Is it because me and you were talking? Or is it because it's not your fault? It's not your fault. It's my fault. Forever thinking that you are that one person that could do this for me. Or whenever anybody starts doing that to you, just know that they are attacking. Yes, know that. The next one is the reverse victim and offender. Yes, let me explain what this one is. So you know that they've denied. They say that you didn't catch with that one. They now attacked you. Now the thing is, they now reverse, right? Victim and offender. So they reverse roles. They switch roles with you. So you are the victim, you are the offender. They are the offender normally. But now they will now switch roles in such a way that they are the victim and you are the offender. Yes, I know. Terrible. Yes, it can really mess up with your mental health. Yes, it can cause so much emotional pain. Yes, because they make you look like you are not the bad person, you are the terrible person in this, when in actual fact they are the offender. They are the ones that did what it. Yes, they are. So they try to switch roles with you and make themselves look like they are the victim, right? And the reason is because they want to shift attention away from themselves, right? So people don't really know that, oh, they are the offender. So they will shift attention away from themselves and at the same time maintain control. You see, this thing happened to me recently. It pained me. It enter my bone. Hey, God, I beg. I was trying to help someone. I did so much work to help this person. Like, I let my job really literally to help this person. And guess what? Of course, you got it right. Yes, they used the devil on me. I became the bad person. I became the bad person, and that person became the victim, right? And the reason is because, like I said, they want to shift their attention away from themselves, and aside that, they don't want to take responsibility, okay, for their own action. Whenever anybody is trying not to take accountability and responsibility for their actions, they will use devil on you. Okay, so get ready. These are one of the biggest ways of manipulation, and this strategy is one strategy that people that have really mastered manipulation actually use. They deny, they attack you, they fight you for it, they make you doubt yourself. In fact, they cause confusion. Yes, they make you get really confused, and they mess up your mental health. They destabilize you emotionally. And the next thing is they reverse the roles. Yes, they reverse the roles, so they become the victim. They victimize themselves. Yes, they look like the victim. And guess what? because of their nature to be nice, to be loved. People accept them. They are, they use that against you, and they get people to support you, because people be like, but that person is not that kind of person. And then because of their pretentious, yes, that's the word I was looking for, their pretentious nature, they become that person that, people will be like, they're not this kind of person. Are you sure you're not the one that, of course you must be the one. And then they now turn you to an offender. I know it can really hurt. It can really, really hurt. Now, let's talk about the impact of devil on people. See, when I was doing this research, honestly, I feel like everybody, like people, a whole lot of people have been experiencing manipulations one way or the other. In fact, to the point where even they themselves have been a manipulator at one time or the other, because this thing is serious. And the fact that we don't even know the effect, we don't know the adverse effect of it. In fact, I even see a whole lot of parents on this table. I see a lot of husbands and wives on this table. I see a lot of friends on this table. I see a lot of boss, colleague, subordinates on this table, honestly. And I feel like everybody had been manipulated at one point or the other. So the first thing is the first impact. So the first impact of devil on people is the fact that the victims are seen as less believable. Yes, the real victim, nobody believes them. And it's so sad. Nobody believes the victim. You can see a relationship where the husband is looking very, very calm, in fact, very jovial, very down to earth, looks like he is the best husband in the world. And then the wife comes and says, my husband is cheating on me, or my husband is treating me bad, or my husband is actually not empowering me financially and all that. And then people find it hard to believe the wife. They think, and then when the husband now goes and says, my wife is the real Ashawo, she's not this, she's not that, she's not content with what I give her and all that, people will believe him more. Yes, that role can switch. Actually, you see a whole lot of wives, in fact a whole lot of women can come now and say that their husbands are beating them up, that their husbands are terrible, they are cheats, while the husband is actually not doing anything. But because people, like the society, have seen women in that light, like they are always the victim, of course it's easy to play into that victim, to play that victim game. So you see how manipulation can work. So now, most times the real victim is not believed, while the perpetrator, they now see the person as the victim. And at the end of that actually makes that person doubt themselves, like, God, why? It makes them feel like they're actually the terrible and the most, in fact they feel like the terrible person. That's the real victim. The real victim feel like they are the most terrible person. Now, another second thing is, imagine dealing with this kind of manipulation every day. Imagine that. Like, you are saying nobody believes you. The second impact is that it negatively affects the victim's mental and emotional health. Yes, devil affects people's mental health, especially the victim, the real victim. Like, they make them internalize this false narrative about themselves, that they are the bad person, that they are the terrible person. Of course they are the ones at fault, and at the end of the day, they have low self-esteem. They start to doubt themselves. They start to even feel, in fact they start to self-blame. Nobody is blaming them, they're already blaming themselves for something, because of course nobody believes them. Everybody thinks that of course they have to be at fault, so it's a lie that they are now beginning to believe about themselves. God, imagine a child going through that, growing up, and they already feel like, oh, of course, whatever is happening to me in my relationship, whatever is happening to me in my life, oh, I don't have friends, my friends are always fighting with me, my this, my that, oh, because of that, that they are the terrible person, and they are living in that false narrative. I know that a lot of people are there. I know that you are there. That you start to think that, I'm definitely the terrible person in this relationship, and that whatever I'm going through right now is my fault, because how on earth, nobody believes you. Are we together? So of course it will definitely impact your mental health, and I want you to know that it is not your fault. Don't blame yourself. You are just being simply manipulated by these people. You are just being simply manipulated, nothing more, nothing less. And of course there is a solution. Yes, that's why you're in this class today. There is a solution. Okay. Now, another impact of Davo is the fact that it actually leads to a lot of mental illnesses. Yes, aside from the self-doubt and all that, those are just normal false narrative that you start to live in. But now it's building mental illnesses for you, especially, like, example, now you're having anxiety. Yes, because of course nobody believes you, and then you're already thinking, self-doubting yourself. You're living in a false narrative. Of course you will now be working on eggshells around people, because you think that you are a terrible person and you don't want to hurt them. See, I'm speaking from experience. And until I learned about all the ways that manipulators actually use to manipulate their victims, God, now hey God, I beg, now I am so strong-willed that I don't even, in fact at a point, because you start feeling like you're walking on eggshells. You are like trying to be so careful around people. In fact, not just your manipulators, now not just these perpetrators, but to people around you, right? You are having anxiety. In fact, you are depressed, right? And then in fact, it leads to depression, it leads to anxiety, it leads to low self-esteem. Yes, it leads to low self-esteem. It now also leads to narcissistic abuse syndrome. Yes, you heard me. The bully the bullied now becomes the bully. Yes, it can happen. The bullied can become the bully. So now the worst, that's why we now have the ripple effect of manipulation in our society, because you see a lot of people who are now becoming manipulators themselves, because of course they have mastered it. They know, they see, they already, and they want to cover up, because they already believe that, oh, they are the terrible person, so they want to cover up for themselves. Now they have what we call narcissistic abuse syndrome, where they want to also gain control, because they lacked control. Now they want to also have so much control on people, and because of that they have this false sense of self, right, which they built from being manipulated. So they have this false sense of self, and again they now have this grandiose narrative about themselves. They have this grandiose narrative about themselves. When somebody thinks that they are more than what they are, do you understand? They believe that, oh, they can control anybody. So they would want to control people's time. They would want to control their energies. They would want to control them, control their love, control how everybody relates with them. Are we together? And in that, the person becomes a narcissist. Yeah, I know. It's a sad case. I know. And then a lot of people are going through, it's a cycle, and then it's now becoming like a generational thing. Imagine a parent manipulating their children, and then their children growing into the manipulation, and then they master Davo, and of course they pass it on. to the next person. They pass it on to their wives, to their friends, to their children, right? And then if it does not stop, we continue having it. Okay. Another impact that devil have on its survivor is the fact that they are isolated. In fact, they suffer from PTSD, right? Post-traumatic stress disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, because of this, stress. I mean, because of this traumatic experience that they've been through over time, they become, they suffer from PTSD. Okay, so I want you to know that devil survivors actually suffer from PTSD. Okay, and they want to just be isolated, so they are so dependent on other people emotionally and mentally, right? And it makes them feel unable to cope. Yes, they don't have any coping mechanism. Any small thing, they are already distressed. Okay, and that's because of what they've been through. Okay, and this kind of people, they break down emotionally, they break down too easily, because of course it is what they've been through. And whatever, anytime they see anything that looks like it, they get very triggered and they lose it. Okay, so these are the impacts of DAVO, that is denial attack and reverse victim and offender on people. Okay, imagine now somebody going through that every day. I know that it is going to be so stressful. All right, now let's talk about how to protect yourself from devil. Yeah, and that's why we're here today. Okay, that's why you are taking this class. All right, first thing is educate yourself, which you're already doing. So I want to say congratulations. Yes, a big congratulations to you for doing this. Okay, for choosing to invest in yourself, in educating yourself and trying to know more about manipulation. See, there is nothing that passes awareness. See, the moment you are aware of a problem, already solution is here. So congratulations for even trying to educate yourself, because that's the first step to protecting yourself from manipulation. Educating yourself, and then here you are educating yourself, doing your task, doing your daily routine, doing your weekly task, and even watching this video. Okay, you are already on the way to solutions. Then the second part is, the second way you can protect yourself is to stand up for yourself. Yes, face it. Yes, you heard me. How do I face it? The moment you start seeing the signs that someone is trying to manipulate you and they are trying to attack you, face it right back. Tell them that I know this is what it is, manipulation. Tell them, and I'm not going to fall for it. Okay, show them that, see, I know this move. You can't teach me what I know. I know this move, so don't bring it near me. Okay, so let them know. Yes, that's how they will lose control. Don't worry. They will lose their control, because they know that, this person don't catch me. Hey, don't catch me. Yes, do it. Say it to their faces. I would give you an example. So there was a time while I was doing something, one of my projects. Yeah, during one of my projects, the project was going so well that the people within that organization where I was doing the project for, they were feeling, I don't know, they were feeling threatened or something, and they were trying to manipulate the whole situation and not taking control. In fact, at a point they used Davo on me. Yes, they used Davo, and they will deny what they are doing wrong, and then they started attacking me. So eventually they now went to the person, I mean the CEO of that organization, and they used reverse, yes, that reverse offender and reverse victim and offender. They used it. Yes, and because the CEO does not really know me, I was just working for them and all that, she believed them over me. You understand? And then when we're going to sit down and talk about it, and I realized that, oh, these people, I already saw everything they were doing, that these people want to control. They want to put me under them. They want to really be the victim. You know what I told them? I said, I know that you're trying to manipulate the situation. Yes, I told them to their faces. And then one person was now trying to deny. They're not trying to deny that, oh, no, you are adjusting. I said, no, you don't tell me I'm just in my head. I'm not in my head. I know what I'm seeing. I know what I'm feeling. I know it is the way I am feeling. Nobody can tell me, oh, I'm the one in my head. No, this is what you are doing. And I can tell you categorically that you're manipulating this whole scenario. And they were like, no, you can't say that. I said, but I'm saying it to your face. I wasn't fighting with them, but I was so assertive. You understand? And that's the good thing about this second point. When you're standing up to yourself, you need to be assertive. You need to be like, see, I know what I see it. Don't bring in any. And then you set your boundaries and let them know that, see, these are the things I don't like. These are the things I like. And then the next step to protecting yourself is you must learn proper communication. Yes, you must learn to properly communicate and the approach to communication. So there are times that, you see, when you are dealing with a manipulator, yeah, and they are already entering that attack mode. You see, the moment they enter that attack mode, know that you can't win them. Just keep quiet. Keep quiet, be looking at them. Okay, keep quiet and be looking at them. After a while, you now go and let them know. In fact, that after a while, it doesn't have to be that same day. It doesn't have to be the day after. It can be months after. And then go and tell them that, see, I saw what you're trying to do here. You're trying to manipulate me, and then you're trying to use the attack mode, right? But it's not working on me. This is what you did, and I feel that it's wrong, and it shouldn't, happen. And that is one thing you should also use, as when you're addressing a manipulator. Yeah, use that I feel statement. I feel statement. You see, when you are doing I statements, right? I feel this, I feel this. You are letting them, you are more assertive about your feelings and how this situation has really affected you. So you are not attacking them. All right, you are not attacking them. It is about how you feel. So when they are coming to attack you, you let them know that, no, I am not attacking you. I am telling you how I feel. And you can't tell me that I am wrong about how I feel, because it is my feeling. You don't try to invalidate it. You understand? So in that, they are also they are losing control, and then you're gaining power. Okay, so that's another way. Another way is, thank God you are already here. You find a support group. Thank God you are here. This is a support group where we all are aware of manipulative behaviors, and we can see it, we can feel it. So when you come and if someone tries to manipulate you and you feel powerless and you feel like it actually affected you, come and talk about it. Okay, come and talk about it here. Let us talk about it, and then we are here to support you. Okay, so that is what I have for you today. But before we go, I am going to give you a task, yes, for the week. Okay, so that is what I have for you today. Your weekly task, I am going to leave it in the comments and also in the classroom. Okay, I'm going to leave it in the comments and in the classroom. So we're going to be talking about the different red flags that we've seen in our relationships, and we will identify the manipulative behaviors in them. Okay, different red flags that we have seen, that we've encountered in all our relationships, either parent-child relationship, love relationship, friendship relationships, every form of relationship, work relationship, and all that. We're going to be identifying every red flag that we've encountered or that we've noticed, and then we're going to see the manipulative act of it, and then we're going to discuss it. Okay, so write it out, let us know, and then do your task. Please do your daily task also. Okay, don't forget to do that and watch this video. Right, so until next class, stay amazing. Do not let people manipulate you. Be aware of everything around you. Okay, I love you. Mwah.